wonderful people. Kelly Seamus here. This video is about my 6th ayahuasca ceremony that I had last night. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty exhausted. Haven't had much sleep. Before I get into that, I just want to talk a little bit about our jungle walk that we had with the maestros and maestras. So yesterday we went for a jungle walk and they showed us the different plant medicines and the trees and that they use to facilitate healing with the medicines that are in the plants, in the trees. So it was very informative, very interesting, including the one tree that has components in there to help the hair, which I've been using. But yeah, it was just very interesting stuff, and learning a lot more about ayahuasca and realizing there's different types of ayahuasca, which I didn't really know about until this trip. The first thing, so there's like 3 different ayahuasca types. There's the black ayahuasca, which is a lot more intense, and it's a lot more, it brings up a lot more of the darker side of things, because, you know, this life is about the light and the dark, right? So the plant medicines teach us both, but specifically the black ayahuasca is much more potent, much more intense, and much more, it's darker. Here at the Temple of the Way of the Light, they use the yellow ayahuasca, which is a lot more milder, and it's a lot more mothering and nurturing. So that's why I feel, for me, this yellow ayahuasca that we've been drinking here has been very gentle on me and very loving. Not to say there hasn't been intense moments, because there has been, but not, I didn't have to go to the dark side of things. I mean, I just had to deal more with the purging of my emotions. And so that was very interesting. And there's also red ayahuasca as well. I'm not sure. I think that's maybe between the black and the yellow. But that was just interesting to know. So my ceremony started off pretty, it took a while for the medicine to kick in. I found that, again, the first few ceremonies I had, the medicine kicked in pretty quickly, and then it wore off pretty quickly. Not quickly, but before the ceremony was over, I had already come down. But the last few, including this last one, the medicine took a lot longer to kick in, and it lasted a lot longer. So hence why I'm exhausted, because I haven't really slept a whole lot, maybe a couple hours. And so, yeah, it's just been interesting. So at one point in the ceremony, in the beginning, before the medicine kicked in, I was nodding off like I was actually falling asleep, and I thought, okay, this is going to be this kind of night. And I thought I was going to purge, because the last time I took the medium dosage, I did purge, which was the 5th ceremony. And I took the same amount, even just a little more, thinking I was going to have another purge, because it felt amazing. And I was dancing to the music and really connected to the heart space. But this last ceremony, the 6th ceremony that I had last night, was a lot more, I was more in my mind and more just feeling the sensations in my body, which weren't all that comfortable, but just a lot of pacing and a lot of lying down and a lot of moving, just releasing the tension that was leaving my body. And so that was that. And I was craving pizza. Like at one point during the early part of the ceremony, all I could think about was food. And I think because I've been reading the book Eat, Pray, Love, and just listening to her, or reading all her discussions on what she ate in Italy and stuff. I've just been loving the food, and like I said, I've been eating really well here. But yeah, I didn't purge, only used the bathroom maybe a few times. It was more just the physical releasing of, and having to shake things off and pace my body. I was laying down for the majority of the first part of the ceremony, and then I sat up for a bit, and then I laid down again. One thing I noticed, that when I did connect to my heart space, and I did put, because I was really stuck in my head. I was just busy, thoughts, which were great, because I did receive a lot of insight. And at one point I was like, okay, connect to the heart space, Kelly, connect to the heart space. So I was doing that, and I remember feeling so connected, and just really being able to tune it inside just by putting my hand over my heart and making that intention. In the early part of the ceremonies, the first two, when I tried doing that, I felt a lot of pain in my heart, and I felt there was a lot of heaviness, and so I had to put my hand down because I just didn't feel good. So I knew there was stuff there that was still being dealt with. But this last ceremony, I was able to put my hand over my heart, and it felt great. So I know I've done a lot of healing around my heart chakra, which was nice. Just receiving a lot of insight around the changes I want to make when I get back home. One thing that I've decided for sure is that I'm going to really make a big move. I want to move to British Columbia. So I'm living in Ontario, Canada right now, and I've been saying for a while that I don't really belong there and that I don't really feel like I'm supposed to be there. Not sure where I was supposed to be, and British Columbia was on top of my list, but I still wasn't quite sure. But in the last few days I did receive insight and clarity that this is where I want to go. So I'll be making some connections and reaching out to some people, and I don't want to live alone, so I'm hoping to rent a home with amazing, respectful, like-minded roommates. And so, yeah, I'm excited for this. It's a bit nerve-wracking, but it's exciting. And there's a lot of fear there, though, as much as I want to do it. And I was asking Mother Ayahuasca where the fear came from. And the one thing that came up was I would be the first one out of my whole family to move far away from the family. Everyone is very close to my family. There's only a few that, especially around the children with their parents, the family, people are blocks away from each other. No one's ever really that far away from their family. So I would be the first one to really be away from my family. And I know my parents are going to have a difficult time with it on some level, especially my dad, but I know ultimately they want me to be happy. And I mean, I've lived in different cities than them, but living in a totally different province on the other side of the country is kind of different, right? But there's just something about BC, the nature, the mountains, the forests, and I just want to be immersed in this. Like, I just love the jungle, and being connected here in the jungle is just so powerful. It's amazing what we've done to our bodies here. We've had psychic surgeries here. The shamans and the maestros have helped us open up and rearrange things and shift things and purge things and make room and space for things. So we're all very open right now. Plus we've been on this amazing diet of no salts, no sugars, no red meat, no preservatives. It's just been all clean food. And so coming back to, society is going to take quite an adjustment, and really taking my time to move through these changes that I want to make, and not being hasty, and not letting my sense of urgency push me too fast, too hard, because it's all about slow and steady progress. As our facilitator said, Rome wasn't built in a day. So, but yeah, that's something I'm really looking forward to manifesting in my life, because I realized I kept asking myself, well, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to be? And it's basically, I was told, well, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? And I have to be the one to create it. I have to be the creator of what I want to happen. So, yeah, lots of clarity around that. So now I feel like I have a direction to focus on, which is great. Yeah, and what else came up? Yeah, just continuously coming back to center. My mind would drift off, come back to center, and just really nurturing myself through the process. What other insights? I just felt like I was learning a lot about mastering my own life, mastering my own self, and what that means. Mastering my own self, my own life, based on my choices and my perceptions, and how I want to live my life, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to master my own self. And I did feel the archetype, the essence of Jesus. I felt him around very strongly. At certain points of other ceremonies too, I felt the connection of past loved ones that were surrounding me. And again, just a lot of reflection around my family, my relationships, my habits, what I want to change when I get back, what I need to be mindful of, and rearranging old habits, letting go of old habits that no longer serve me, or old behaviors, or old thought patterns. And today we had a meeting with the maestros and maestras, and we all got a piece of ayahuasca, the actual wood, and we got to go up to whatever maestro or maestra that we felt mostly connected with, and they offered this to us and put it in the palm of our hands and blew into our hands, and I connected to this one shaman. I think her name's, or the maestra, Layla. She's just such a beautiful soul, and her essence and her features are so soft, and she was giving me daily massages, which was nice, so gentle, and she kept calling me pretty, which was sweet, and and then after that we got to hug all the maestros and maestras and give them a big kiss, and that was just so heartfelt. I'm going to miss them so much. These people work so hard to sing to us the carols every night, and to massage us and nurture us and flower bath and all that stuff. They are just angels, and they're so full of grace and love, and it's just so beautiful. And tomorrow we get to go to the markets and go do some shopping. I want to buy maybe another necklace. This is a necklace I bought earlier this trip. I'm sure I've shared it in my first video. I've been wearing it throughout my ceremonies. I definitely want to buy a couple more things to bring back with me. I look forward to shopping. So we have one more ceremony tonight, our very last ceremony, number 7. Which, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to nap, but I'm going to try. And then, yeah, tomorrow number 7, and then tonight is ceremony 7, and then the next day we get to go to the market and do some shopping, and yeah. Yeah, I feel a lot better about going home. I feel ready. I really do. It's going to be quite an adjustment because I'm so open, and right now I'm living with my family, and so I'm going to have to tell them that I'm really open and sensitive, and to just be mindful of the noise level and the TV. But this is why I know I need to be out on my own and make this big change to go to British Columbia, which I'm feeling very excited about, and looking forward to reaching out to some people who I know are there and making it happen. Because I'm ready, and I'm ready to start my life. I'm ready to trust that I can make it out on my own. Because I've only lived with I've only lived with a significant other, and I've only lived with roommates within the general area, but I've never moved to a totally different province where it's like I don't really know many people, but it's going to be great. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. So nice today. So many beautiful butterflies, and the sounds of the jungles morning and night. Beautiful. I definitely recommend this place to anybody who really is ready to do some serious work and healing. This place is beautiful and I'll never forget it, and I'm so grateful that I decided to come here. Although I always knew that I would come here and I would experience this. Yeah, I haven't had to use much sunscreen here or bug spray. Definitely have a couple bites on my legs, but nothing severe. Alright, so I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to share, but there isn't, so nothing that I can think of. But yeah, a lot of insight around what I need to do next and approaching everything with love, not stress, but love and ease and grace and patience. So I will make a video tomorrow after our 7th ceremony, so I look forward to sharing with you everything. And they're going to seal, the maestros and maestros are going to help seal our energy, because we're all very open right now, and going back to society, we're more vulnerable to experience, psychic attacks and vulnerability, because the energies, this energy here is so protective, and so they're going to seal our energy this last ceremony so that when we go out into the world, we're more able to be shielded and not let anything come through us that we don't want to come through, and that's not going to serve us. So, yeah. So tomorrow is our last full day here, and then the next morning we leave. And I'm going to be staying in Iquitos for 3 days, just to kind of recoup and just kind of chill, and then head home the Friday, the 17th, and arrive back on the 18th, Saturday morning. Alright guys, God bless, take care, and I'll talk to you, I'll show you my video, I'll speak to you about my experiences for tonight's ceremony tomorrow. God bless. I love you all. Bye.